Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti, and if you don't know, I'm the face, the voice, and the hands behind all the content here under Infiniti Crafting Co. and behind the website InfinitiCraftingCompany.com. Today is channel chat 128. Technically it is day 14 of Vlogust. I've been a little thrown off. Last week I took a little break because I was starting not to feel so great, and time to time I deal with little medical stuff and it has me kind of bedridden, so I'm just kind of getting over that. On Saturday, it's nothing awful, it's just, well, it's awful, but it's more painful than sickly. So anyway, I am just happy that it is passing and I'm just kind of regaining my strength and whatnot. But in the meantime, since I have left last, I was left at least one topic in the community tab, and you are free to leave more comments or questions or topics in either the comment section of this video or on that specific post on the community tab. Just trying to get my brain cells together. It seems so weird being back in the studio now. Happy Monday. I will have a pot for the day. This pot was actually meant for day 6 and I lost it. And I thought it was weird, but I was already recording when I picked up the number and noticed it was skipped because I got them organized and whatnot before Vlogust began. And yeah, I found her on accident. She was on the shelf that was already sorted out. So my bad, but nonetheless, I look forward to showing that off. So if you want to see what the featured pot for today looks like, stick around to the end of this video. So obviously I've had kind of a crap weekend, so I haven't really made much progress on anything. Not really. I think that first day, what was it, Thursday, I said I was going to take off. Thursday I was kind of okay, and so I started working on my Centro socks. So for a long while I've been wanting to update that particular tutorial for the crocheted heel. Like, you guys know that I already redid the sock tutorial for my members club where I hand knit the heels, show you guys my exact pattern for that, and also grafted the toes. So I wanted to do the same courtesy for the heels on the crochet version. Now the crochet version is specifically meant for my crochet crowd. Like I said, I know most of my audience for a while there was crochet, and a lot of you guys have been drawn to that sock tutorial. So when I get around to making the crocheted heel socks, then I will be putting that under the members program. So if you want to follow me for that, I know the holiday season's coming. I wonder if that sounded right. I know the holiday season is coming up, so if you want to follow along and make socks for holiday gifts and you're a crocheter, I have found a better, different way of crocheting the heel on the socks that actually looks a lot like the knitted fabric. So here's a sample. I know it's probably bright over here, or at least it looks bright because this is before I've actually put the film together, so we'll see what I can do to make this look right. But if you can tell, this looks exactly like knitted fabric, and I promise you it's all crochet. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys later on in the year if you'll have me. Alright, so today, like I said, I'll be answering your questions. I was left one, and it's weird because I remember exactly what it was, so, and the username. So this particular topic was given to me by Ian. I hope I pronounced that right. And the question was, how do I stay motivated? Where was I before the camera cut out? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so basically, over the years, I do get asked this question because, as some of you may know, I run all of my own social media. I'm doing all of the pattern designing. I'm doing all the video editing. I'm everybody behind the camera. So I have no help. I have no team. And for most people, that seems exhausting, and it is. And for most people, it seems frustrating, and it is. Not in the sense that I just want a team of people to do all my stuff for me. I actually take joy and pride in being able to do all of these things and building up a skill set and being able to share them with people. So the streamline answer to how do I stay motivated is that I love what I do. Now, there are extrinsic and intrinsic things that contribute to my motivation. Now, I have to say, as I've been trying to build up Infiniti Crafting Co. as a brand, one of the things that probably is both an intrinsic and extrinsic thing at the same time is just hope. So it's no secret that Infiniti Crafting Co. is my small business, and over the years I've poured a lot into it. I've sacrificed a lot of late nights. I'm 25, and most people my age are not building businesses while they're in college. And my hope was that as I continued to work and grind and do all that, that I would eventually, by the time I graduated, build something great that would both support my pattern writing and would allow me to continue running my business after I graduated, to a point where I could put all of my nerves into my creativity as opposed to trying to struggle to get by and all of that stuff. So that hope still lingers strong, which is why I continue to try. But it's also extrinsic because I would like to afford basic things like groceries. And it's really interesting too, like by and large I get very positive comments and whatnots and, you know, encouragement and things like that. And God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all so much, because that does, a lot of times I will get it around times where I am like down in the dumps about the direction of my business and things like that. And it seems like right on time I'll get all these comments like, oh my gosh, this helped me so much, or oh my gosh, keep doing what you do. All like, you know, just things like that, and people sending me scriptures and blessing me and all that. And I love that so much, and I'm glad that I've been able to, so far, over the last 5 years, I've been able to reach so many people. And so at least for the last 2 years, I've been able to reach about 30,000 people. Most of them being on Rumble. So if you're watching this on Rumble, thank you for your support. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it's been a slower grind, but I also appreciate you guys, because it's your views and whatnots that have actually kept me going for since 2020. So, yeah. So basically just my dream and my hope of building up a business where both I and my family can benefit from the things that I do with my hands, and also my community can benefit from whatever knowledge that I have to share that they want to see. And that's why I put out so many community polls and like little commentary things, because I want you guys to interact and be a strong part of where Infiniti Crafting Co. goes. You know, and I'm sure a lot of small businesses do that, but specifically, like if I don't have community, I don't have a business. And you know, sometimes it gets a little frustrating, not gonna lie, but I'll talk about that another day. But hope is another thing, right? Where I expect things to go. Probably something else that, well, not probably, most definitely something else that motivates me to keep doing what I do is just the ability and opportunity to sit back and share my ideas with other people. Like I've said in previous channel chats, I don't have like a circle of people near me or my age group that does the kind of crafts that I do. English is hard. Never mind having people that are maybe as intense about it as I am. And, you know, I can partially blame that on my, what would you call that? I got a whole thesaurus up there, but sometimes it just doesn't click for me. But I have this urge to just share my knowledge with other people, and so that was kind of part of the thing that dragged me into teaching, so to speak. But where was I going with that? Dang it. Oh yeah, people my age wanting to do the things that I do, and certainly not on the intensity that I do things. Even at one point I thought about making a club on the college campus about crocheting and knitting and stuff, and just kind of giving people a cathartic release between classes and stuff like that. But in the end, this is gonna sound worse than what it is, but in the end, I reflected upon my time as president of the Fine Arts Club when I was at community college, and I didn't feel like taking all of that onto my shoulders. Now, if there was already a club that existed, maybe I would have joined it. I was really burned out on student leadership after I graduated the first time, so this time has just been kind of smooth sailing for the most part. I do things on campus like contribute to the community garden thing, or I will, you know, help kind of tutor people in professors let me do it because I'm pretty good at what I do. Not to brag, but just that kind of thing, and being a more like kind of hands-on, kind of helpful instead of being at the top of a thing and trying to direct all these different parts. That part sucks. It sucks so bad. If I ever grew my business to the size where I needed a team, I could see having a VP that dealt with most of the things, because yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I guess these things are kind of, there's a duality to them. They're both intrinsic and extrinsic. My different motivations drive me in the feels, and they drive me in the physical. So the feels, I like to share what I know. I like that other people get excited when they finally figure something out, and being able to answer their questions and giving them the light bulb moment. All the way, just gratification all the way. And then the other like physical part of it is like when I get a tip on coffee, or people buy my patterns or my pottery or something like that, because it lets me know that I should continue doing the things that I do. Like I said, in a future episode, I will be talking about more so the, I guess, more in-depth version of that. That's going to be an interesting episode, and I don't really like making those kinds of episodes, but nonetheless, I feel like it needs to be made. And, you know, like, people always see the fun side of the things that I do, and they never really see the other end of it, because I am such a chipper person, and I'm always kind of full of energy on camera and whatnots. Usually in real life, I mean, like, I'm chill, but I'm full of energy. And so, to be able to express some of the negative sides of running this channel and running the business would also be, I think, an interesting light to shed. So I will definitely be doing that in a future episode. But I want to thank you, Ianth, for submitting your question. Like I said, anybody else watching this video, literally anybody else, wants to ask me a question, give me a topic, I would love you so much for it. As it were, people aren't just giving me questions and topics left and right, and I'm just like, okay, do I keep putting these things out there? Do they really not care? Like, what? So anyway, just leave me your comments down below as far as that goes. And without further ado, I do want to show off the pot for the day, but I also want to show you guys what I've been actually working on, because even though I was like down for the count for the last couple of days, I was kind of doing mindless things to keep my mind off of my aches and pains. So, sunshine and rainbows. I will show you the projects that I have been working on. Alright, so as you guys may or may not know, if you're new here, you probably don't know, but I have a whole handmade shop on my website, and so when I get motivated to make my items, I will A, write a pattern for it, B, eventually make a product listing for it. And so was that a couple years ago? No, it wasn't. It was last March. I got back into my hobby of reading, and I wanted to make some very special bookmarks, because I was a bookworm as a kid, right? And I had this whole collection. It was like this thick of bookmarks that I just collected and whatnot, and I didn't want to use them. One, I don't think I remember. I feel like I know where they are, but anyway, I didn't want to use them for whatever reason Infiniti had back then, and I thought it would be fun to crochet them. So I made a pattern. I put it up for free on YouTube, so you can find the Escapist bookmark pattern under my project tutorial playlist. But I have recently taken to making them with crochet thread. So here we go. I know this is going to look a lot different when I get when I darken the film, so you guys can actually see the detail on it. But anyway, so I moved on to orange. I don't know why the orange was screaming at me, but it was, so I picked it off the shelf. I have a bunch of spools of thread that in the past I just, never felt compelled to work with thread. Now all of a sudden I do, so such is the nature of my inspiration. So typically I found that with one cone of crochet thread and a 1.5mm crochet hook, one can get 6 bookmarks out of a single cone. So that's always great, and I always make 5 for the shop. So there's 5 in the wasabi. Unless the cord is thicker, like with the sage color, then that gets put under the deluxe version of it. Those are all thicker than the threads. So anyway, I made all my tassels, and now I'm working on bookmark number 4. So hopefully by the time I get through this, and it's looking like it, hopefully by the time I get through this I can make the 6th one for myself and just enjoy an orange bookmark, because all of my bookmarks are kind of muted tones. So I have a red one, and I have gray, and I have shades of green, but they're very muted, and so I think that pop of color works out pretty good, and plus the autumn is coming, so I think people will really like this colorway. I have other colors to get to, but you can let me know in the comments also what color should I start on next, because I don't necessarily have inspiration for it at the moment. Like, not in the sense that I don't want to make it, but I just don't know what color to move on to at this point. So you can let me know in the comments section if this intrigues you. They are available on my website. Oh my gosh, I know I'm blabbing, but I haven't really been talking for the last 3 days, so forgive me. So with the YouTube thing, they did remove the capability for you to post links in the description box in the comment section of the shorts. What did I do? So that no longer exists, and I haven't dared gone back and checked my other thingy-madoodles to see like the actual results of that, but you can still find my website. If you watch, or if you found me through shorts, you can still find my content or my websites and social media on my profile, literally linked in bio. So that's a bit of an adjustment to get to, but I found that on the long form videos they have not done that to people, so that's really good too, because literally all of my long form videos have links to my website and my social media. So yeah, so that was a bit of good news, and I wanted to again thank everybody for tuning in and whatnot. Over on Facebook is a totally different horse. I have almost 20,000 followers over there now, and it's growing day by day, and I'm not mad at it. I did try to go live once, but I don't know. I have to figure out my settings with that, because it's weird. But nonetheless, my audience is growing like crazy, and I didn't really think about it that hard when I first started uploading those tutorials to Facebook, but the winter season is coming and people are gonna want to make stuff, so oh my gosh, that's gonna be interesting to see where this gets by the end of the year, and hopefully I'll be able to build a community with them like I've built with my YouTube community, and we can all just kind of come together and, you know, live life in a great way. Okay, so let me stop blabbing and let me show you guys Mitzi, which is the pot of the day. I made sure this one was supposed to be from day 6. Silly me. So Mitzi is a little yarn bowl. She is one of the couple of yarn bowls that I made that were tiny. And you can see here, I might end up putting a picture up here because she's very bright, but she is a yarn bowl with a little heart at the end of it. I forgot where I saw it online, somewhere. It was on Google somewhere when I was typing up yarn bowl inspiration, and somebody did it with a heart, and I thought it was so cute, and I wanted to try to mimic that, but I wanted to make it something special, so I started putting these little circles around it and making it look really interesting. I also thought it was interesting because of the way the Rutile blue showed up on the piece. It's almost like a seashell thing, so it kind of reminds me of the ocean, though I've never seen the ocean in person. So anyway, y'all know what I mean. And then on the sides I have bigger guides for like knitting needles to sit through. The thing that got me about this yarn bowl is that, you know, all my other yarn bowls, almost all of them, I had to go get a diamond bit to drill through because the glaze had run over. And it took me 3 days to get through all 12 of those yarn bowls. So I was kind of excited about releasing them, but nonetheless. But this one, no running, none whatsoever. And look, maybe it was the thickness of the glaze. I don't know. It had to have been, but you know, that's something I'll think about during the next round of yarn bowls. I don't plan on making that many because, to be honest, this go round I've moved 1 out of the 12, and I don't know if I want to put that much effort into making a bunch of things that won't leave my shop and leave my studio. So we'll see about that later on, but Mitzi is available on the website if you are interested in her. It is August, so I am running a 15% off sale. until the end of the month. There will not be another sale until November, and then after November there will not be another sale until either August or November next year. It just depends on how this August sale goes, because usually I only run a sale in November for my birthday. So now or never, guys. Alright, I am going to go do something, maybe rest some more. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your question, Ian. And until next time, guys, happy making. Hey maker, do you enjoy crochet and knitting tutorials that are easy to follow along with and come with premium written instructions? Well, Infiniti Crafting Co. has the perfect thing for you. We recently launched a members program where you can follow along to our library of crochet and knit patterns that you can use to make gifts, inventory for markets, and selfish items as well. We won't tell. You get a whole host of perks, and it's all only $6 a month. You can check this out on our website today.